What was the relationship like between Catherine Parr and Henry VIII? So Henry VIII's relationship with his sixth and final wife, Catherine Parr, was one built on trust, companionship, and shared interests. Catherine Parr was 31 when she married the 52-year-old Henry VIII, so she wasn't exactly a spring chicken in terms of having children, but Henry VIII most likely did not marry Catherine Parr in the hopes of having more children, since she had been married twice before already, and there had never been a conception from those previous two marriages. My belief is that Henry VIII was attracted to Catherine, of course, because of her physicality, but also because of the fact that she was already an experienced stepmother from her previous marriage. Not only that, but she also cared for her former husband on his deathbed, and Henry VIII was very much aware that he was ailing and he was, of course, aging, and not only so was he attracted to her, but he also saw a very kind and caring woman who he knew would most likely see him to his end. Henry VIII really enjoyed her company. They were often engaged in friendly discussion, and he called her sweetheart. Catherine was also a very educated woman, and she was very interested in learning new things. She studied Latin and wrote and translated religious books. There's no doubt in my mind that Catherine Parr reminded Henry a lot of his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. She was also a great contrast to his former wife, Catherine Howard, who he believed had betrayed him and been frivolous. So in the hopes of obtaining a more stable marriage until his end, he thought Catherine Parr was a suitable candidate. There is dispute as to whether they consummated their marriage, but I do believe that they did. There is much proof to suggest that they were intimate, because at the end of the day, if Henry was unable to perform with her, he would make it her problem. He would have made it her fault, and he would have gotten someone else. So I do think that they were fine in that department. However, I'm firmly in the belief that he knew there would be no more children from this marriage. It makes me wonder if this was partly why he chose a woman who'd been married twice before who hadn't had a conception. Perhaps this way it would be made clear to the world that of course it was her fault and not Henry's that they never conceived, because she'd never been fruitful anyway. Maybe this was some sort of subconscious tactical move on his part.